the Taliban is celebrating their takeover by introducing their new weapons, or should I say, the weapons they got from the United States of America. Let's tune into the video, man. This one's a crazy one.
Retired Lieutenant General Keith Kellogg joins us. General, Iran has been threatening a direct attack on Israel for almost 2 weeks. Why the delay?
Yeah, Stuart, thanks for having me this morning. Good to be with you, because they're scared. Look, here's what they know. They know that the Israelis will respond from any attack, in kind or worse. The Israelis have a philosophy. It's called Dahiyya. And Dahiyya basically was a suburb in Beirut that Hezbollah occupied, and in 2006 they leveled it. And what that means is the Israelis have always believed in what is called disproportionate escalation. Instead of going a tank for a tank, a village for a village, a building for a building, they go up the escalation ladder really fast. So what I'm saying is that if Iran and the supreme leader, Khamenei, says, well, we're going to attack them with a lot of missiles and we're going to hit Tel Aviv or some places like that, then you can expect the Israelis to respond by either going after the supreme leader, going after their nuclear sites, going after their infrastructure. This is how the Israelis fight. And because of that, I think they've paused. When this first started over 2 weeks ago, I said, oh, they're going to come back. Here comes Armageddon knocking at your door. But the longer this has gone, it's good. Oh, they're really nervous about the Israeli response. So I think they're holding back. I'm not too sure they are going to respond. It's sort of like what they did when we killed Soleimani under President Trump. And then they responded with actually hitting a lot of dirt around Al Udeid Air Base. Nobody was killed. Some people had some concussions, but there was no damage. And they said, we're done. And the president said, we're done. They may go that route where they're going to say, let's just kind of say we're going to save face and walk away from it.
All right, General.
These people love spending money on bombs. They love blowing people up. They love killing people. These people are sad, sad leaders, honestly. Sad, sad leaders. They're sending people out to kill, to destroy, but they will not get on the battlefield themselves. It's very unfortunate. It's very unfortunate, you know, and they're making a whole lot of money because of it. It's sad. You want to know why it's so sad? It's because in Israel is being backed by the United States and some other countries around surrounding. They're facing a very violent army, a very violent situation too. And it's a toss-up because it's either you gotta either understand Israel's side or you either gotta understand Gaza's side or the Palestine side. And unfortunately, you can't really choose a side without looking bad on the other side. So here's my thing about it. The leaders of both of these groups need to come together and find an understanding in a peaceful manner. That's the only way this is going to change. Whether it's honestly it's like bigger, it's like gangs, but it's the country. Honestly. And the leader of the gang, these gangs in particular, are very, very violent. They don't care about women. They don't care about men. They don't care about children. They don't care if you got a dog and that dog was just born and you was just walking your dog on the street. They don't care. They are trying to kill you. And that's the saddest part about it. It's very unfortunate, but this is the world that we're living in, and I think we're definitely creeping up on a World War III for sure.
New video shows the Taliban in Afghanistan parading our military equipment. Now, they're celebrating the botched withdrawal which happened 3 years ago. All right, General, has anyone been held accountable for this debacle, and should they? Who should be held accountable?
Yeah, Stuart, you know, look, we lost a 20-year war, and there's a lot of people who should be held accountable, both military and government as well. But primarily it falls on Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, because they walked away from the Doha Agreement. That was the agreement that President Trump put in place. It wasn't a perfect agreement. No agreements are perfect. But it was pretty darn good to set the stage for a good conflict ending time in Afghanistan. And it was a conditions-based agreement. And Biden just walked away from that. Most importantly, what President Trump had done is he had established a personal relationship with Omar Baradar, who was the lead Taliban negotiator. So we had that relationship as well. And when President Trump talked to Baradar, and I was in the Oval Office when that happened, he told them what would happen if they didn't fulfill their agreement. And even though it was translated, I kept thinking to myself, boy, how is this being translated? Because it's pretty stern. After that discussion with Baradar, not a single American was killed in over a year in Afghanistan. But Biden walked away from that agreement. That was the Biden and Harris agreement, because remember, Kamala Harris said she was the last person in the room when the Afghan decision was made by Biden. She owns it. But we had it in place, and the embarrassment you see today is them parading around with the equipment.
They love war. Love it. Clearly. Clearly. Now, do y'all think that was a great idea from Biden and Harris? Do y'all think that that was a great idea? Now they have a bunch of our weapons. We have no agreement between us and the Taliban. We don't care. We don't have no type of communication with Afghanistan. They pretty much can do whatever they want to do now. And honestly, I'd rather us have the conversation of peace. I'd rather us have the conversation of, all right, where do we move from here without having anybody else get hurt on my side or your side? Because at the end of the day, if we gotta fight, we gotta fight. But we want this place to be peaceful. We want this place to be smooth sailing. You stay on your side, I'll stay on my side. We got that mutual understanding. Just don't put your dirt. Don't step on my shoes. That's all you got to do. Just don't step on my shoes. If you don't step on my shoes, I ain't going to step on your shoes. We could be cool. But as soon as you step on my shoes, we're going to have to scrap. And that's the type of message. That's the type of leadership that needs to be in office right now. Because there's a lot of this, there's a lot of it going on. There's a lot of weakness going on. And the people see it. The people see it. I don't think Biden handled this correctly. I think that they should have, if there was an agreement for peace, I think that we should have kept that in place. Now we don't know what's going to happen. So let me know y'all thoughts about this, man. World War III on the way, in my opinion. Shout outs to Biden, shout outs to Harris for involving us in it, because, you know, we are allies with apparently both of the major countries that are going to war right now. So, and we're funding pretty much all of it. So let me know y'all thoughts about this down in the comments below. I'd really like to know what you guys think the future holds for America. How soon is this war going to end, or how soon is it going to pick up even more? Let me know y'all thoughts, man. Hit that like button on y'all way out. Hit that subscribe button too if y'all are new. It's your boy D Got Sauce, man. Until next time, peace.